All right, back again. Man, oof, I got some beverages up here, but I guess it's not kicking in. Back again. This is going to be my part two to the Portland Comic Con uh, that I just hooked up with. Met my brother there on Friday, and then spent all day Saturday with my woman, with Sue. And both days were excellent. I think they were fantastic. You stay kind of busy running around getting signatures and then looking at stuff. Wasn't able to necessarily take it all in, but that's all good. Because I think these autographs are a little more important to me than walking around and seeing everything. But of course, I did all that on Saturday with my wife because I got a lot of it accomplished on Friday. I tend to do. First day I try to get most of it all accomplished. First day, second day you can relax a little bit more, and then you just tidy up with getting those signatures you didn't get. So let me go ahead and do this. This will be my signature edition on this vid, and these were books I had taken to the convention to get signed. And let's see. I got the, it's not like the book's worth. I paid like $3 for this thing back way back when. Was it $3? No, my bad. Um, yeah, I got this from my buddy that had everything half off, so I paid $1.50 for it. But yeah, it's not in great shape. But I decided to get it because it's number one, and I knew that Mike Golden did it. I got Mike Golden to sign it there, and I moved the sticker away. I got him to sign it in red right through here, but you can see red's probably wasn't a great choice. Should have been obviously in the white right above it. I should have had the red. Mike could have done it in this area right here. Would have popped out more, but you live and learn. I still make mistakes with my signatures, with colors and placement. I still make some mistakes, and not everything's perfect. But sometimes I just want it to be. Sometimes I think of them as I want them. I want the signatures to pop, or I want them to stand out a little bit. And sometimes I just want them to be subtle. But I mean that's cool. And Mike, I think that was like a $5 for Mike. And again, not a big deal. I've seen Mike at like all the cons pretty much, and I don't always get his autograph. But hey, the dude's worth $5 and more, in my opinion. So Mike's just a great guy. Eventually, hopefully, when the next con, maybe I'll pick up some of his prints from him and whatnot on his table because it'll be easier for me to get him home. you know, this is Daredevil issue number 12. It was that I don't know what series this is. Fifth series, sixth series, maybe fifth series, second series. Yeah, maybe second series. I'm not sure. Marvel keeps rebooting. But Mark Waid there in blue. I moved the sticker down off for the signature. But Mark Waid, another fantastic guy. First time meeting Mark Waid. Such a cool guy. Mark didn't charge for his autographs, but he was asking. He had the Heroes Fund initiative. Excuse me, root beer. He had the Heroes Fund initiative, so he had the little, Heroes. I should know. Is it Heroes Fund or Heroes Hope? But it's really cool, and so of course I threw in like, I think I threw in like $10 or something, almost $1. Because I'd gone back to him for books, but you can see how that gold. Look at that gold on that Daredevil. Look how that gold pops. The gold, anything on like gold on black is just fantastic. And Mark Wade's got a really nice signature, real cool guy. And again, this is a real subtle signature. Could have gone with a different color or in a different location to make it pop. But there's Mark Wade in red down by the Daredevil's hand. So I moved the sticker, but you can see how that's. So you still live and learn. I could have had it in blue or something in the red, or actually gold. Who knows? Gold would have been real subtle, but you know. Um, the Mark Wade on the blue, see that stands out a little bit more in red. But there's a nice Mark Wade. Yeah, Mark on Friday there was like really nobody at his table. He had just shown up. We gotten there early, and so I had Mark Wade books, and we're standing around. I'm like, I'm gonna go take care of Mark Wade right now. Again, I was trying to do as much as I could on Friday. That way Saturday I can chill a little bit more. Chill on the second day. So, yeah, Mark Wade down by Spidey's foot. So, again, a very cool guy. Outstanding. The Flash comic that I picked up a while back from another convention. That Mark Wade in red. Yeah. And this one, I'd seen this book before. I had an example of it where someone got it in gold. Gold would obviously looked a lot better than the red. The red, man, it's really, you can't. It's right there in red. And I think my red marker was about on its way out, obviously. I had to change up my markers a little bit for the second day just to make sure that the red and the blues were going to be popping more because I think those paint pens were on their way out. But gold would have been better, you know. Gold would have been better right there, but I went with red. It's a subtle thing on that one. So those were the Mark Wades, and then the other the other the other gentleman I met was Randy Emberlin, and this is probably fourth to fifth time meeting Randy, because yeah, he tends to be up at in the Oregon area. He lives up that way, so the conventions that hit up in the Oregon area, he goes to pretty much all of them when I talk to him about it. So he'll go to the Wizard Cons, and then I just went to that one in November. It was a little Eugene Comic Con in last November, and Randy was there. So seeing him again, I mean, these folks, Randy and his wife, they look over, they see me, they recognize me because they're like, hey, this guy again. He keeps just showing up. Me and my brother, and I currently have a beard. My brother's got a beard, so they see it and they're like, hey, look, it's those bearded brothers, and so. I'm gonna shave one of these days. I think I'm gonna shave, and then when I show up, they'll probably be like, they're gonna have to do double takes or something on me. And when and if I shave, they'll be like, oh, who's that guy? Until I start speaking, then it's that moron, or no, it's that guy that keeps bringing me all these comics. So Randy Emberlin, got him on this Amazing Spidey in the red. It looks pretty good. But I mean, Randy's a fantastic guy. He didn't charge for his autograph. And at the same time, he doesn't have a donation box, but I purchased stuff off from him in the past, some prints and stuff. This time again, I was trying not to purchase too much because I was trying to keep, I had to pack to get back home and have these books and a few other things, and I just want to make sure I can pack light as possible. I think I did all right. This is one of my better jobs than previous years. So, and then that blue really pops, right? And I moved the sticker off the signature, but again, Randy's such an awesome guy. I love talking to him, love meeting him every time and seeing him and just saying hi. And so yeah, I was really stoked, to get him on these Spider-Mans. And that blue looks pretty good up in there too. So, and besides Randy, it was also Kurt Busiek. Kurt's a fantastic guy. This is probably, they're all fantastic to me, man. There's a couple of guys I've met at conventions. They've been kind of, hit and miss. Maybe the first time I met them, they're really cool. Second time I met them, maybe they're a little more moody, or whatever. But overall, I consider everyone fantastic. You take it with a grain of salt. They've done a lot of traveling to get where they got to get to and do their signatures and whatnot. And so, they're not, as long as they really don't, get angry with me, then I'm cool. I could take a little heat, but if they start attacking me physically, or if I see them really act out, then of course that would change my perception on these individuals. But none of them do. They're all chilling, and I definitely don't approach them with any issues or any problems. I don't try to. And Kurt Busiek in blue, really nice. And I definitely don't approach them with all these books at one time. I'll do it based on color. Like if I've got 4 or 5 books in blue for Randy, well, I'll get my books ready. I'll have 4 or 5 books ready to get signed in blue, because it's hard to handle all these different colors and different books without bumping into them and spreading the ink. That I'll approach Randy. Look at that curtain gold, man. And I think I wanted him up top, and he goes, "Hey, how about below?" Well, you're the artist, brother. You're the man. And that's the thing. I'll have a sticker up here. Okay, I want it this area, and they'll go cool. Or sometimes they'll go, "Hey, it looks better down here." Or it looks better in this color. I go with what they say because, half the time they're right. They tend to be more right than I am. But, it's all good. It's just a comic book, especially when I'm getting submitted or whatever. If I'm submitting a book, maybe I'm a little more hardcore about it and really about my position of the color and the comic. But they tend to be right more than I am. So yeah, it's really cool. And this is actually a copper. It's not a gold. It's a copper pen I used. I have a gold, but I decided to go copper a little bit. I really like that copper. Kurt Busiek. So, again, I'll take, like with Kurt, Kurt's table was really cool. Didn't have a lot going on at the time. And there's a table next to him where the other artist didn't show up yet. So I was able to put my stuff down at this blank table next to Kurt and really knock out a lot of Kurt signatures. And Kurt had the donation box. So I would throw in, like with all the donation box, I would throw in $1 a signature or whatever. So if I got $10, I'm throwing in $10, And I did that with, who was the guy before? Randy. Randy didn't have the donation box. Mark Waid. Mark Waid had a donation box. So if I think I got 10 or 12 books by Mark Waid. I threw in $1 per signature. I mean, that's the least I can do. Kurt Busiek again. Got him to get these out of Conan's. Very nice. But I'll do like, you know, when I got to walk to the artist and whatnot, I'll take like 3 to 4 comics up to him in one, and I'll try to do it all in one color. That way I'm not handing him a bunch of pens and you know, oh, can I get this and this, and I'll try to make it simple. Hey, 4 books, all this one color. Then I'm just, you know, then I'm just asking for placement. But that's kind of this what I'll do. A Kurt Busiek in red, yeah. And when I approach the artist the first time, I'll ask him. I'll say, hey, you know, I'll say, well, I got these couple of books for here, you know, for you to sign if you don't mind. And they go, yeah, sure. And like I wanted Kurt over on that where the sticker's at, and Kurt goes, it's gonna look much better there. So you know, Kurt's the man. But I'll approach him with 4 to 5 books or so. Excuse me, root beer. And I will state that, hey, is it cool if I come back with a few more? Because I'll just keep coming with 3 or 4 books, maybe 5 books, for signatures at a time. And they'll say, yeah, sure, no problem. And, you know, I don't jump the table with 10 books. It's pretty rare, if not crazy, that I hit them the first time with 10 plus books, because it's a lot for me to handle, and then especially if you're doing different colors. So again, I'll approach the table. That red looks nice. I'll approach the table with a couple of books and like 1 or 2 colors, if that, and then ask them, you know, hey, is it cool if I come back with more books? I mean, they're always saying, they're usually saying yes. It's rare that they say no, because especially if they're not that busy, that's the whole key too. I mean, if there's a line for the table, well, then I'm just looking at the 4 or 5 that I really want signed by them. I'll focus on those important books to get signed, and then come back with the other books later. Like whether it be the next day or whatever, a couple hours later when they're not so busy, when the table's not so crowded. So those are just my tips and my little things that I do at some conventions with the colors and approaching the artists with comic books and whatnot. And so that's the first wave of signatures. I got a couple more stacks here to get through. My vid's getting a little long. I want to thank everyone for tuning in and checking out. And again, this is Portland. I think this is number 2. I'm going to move on to number Trey. I'm going old school, man. I might go 4, 5. I don't know if I gotta go get a thumb in there for number 6. Oh yeah, that's a little. Sorry, that's a little warm. That's a little scratch there. Get a little rough some days. Oh man, check out the mic. All right, thanks guys and gals again. I'll be back with another vid later.